I realized that this program to me, it all goes back to basic human goodness. I just feel that there's a lot of good-natured people involved in this. Number one, all of our donors, our board of directors, everyone that volunteered to help with the movie premiere we did this past September. That's an example of a lot of people giving their money, their time, and their energy to benefit others. And I'm proud to work with these people, and I'm proud to be a part of this program. I've also thought about the mentors, all of those that are donating again their time and energy to benefit somebody else. I read a quote a couple weeks ago that says, "Personal relationships are the fertile soil from which all advancement, all success, and all achievement in life grows." And I'd like to thank all of the mentors who have been a part of Champions of Wayne, not only this past semester, but for the past couple of years. I'd like to thank those people for stepping up and establishing these types of personal relationships. Could I get all of the Champions mentors to please stand and be recognized? Everyone that's mentored a student. With that basic human goodness, I look at our students, and with us tonight we have 139 students who said yes to a challenge, who said yes to the opportunity to build a meaningful relationship with someone else, and they said yes to setting a goal, and they were able to see it all the way through, and those 139 students will be recognized here tonight. And so with that basic human goodness, I also think about community, and I think about the Wayne community. This is my third year working here. The first year I heard Wayne Pride, I thought, okay, Wayne Pride, that's kind of like Go Blue, we just kind of say that. And after 2 and now 3 years of working in Wayne, I'm really starting to get an understanding of what Wayne Pride is. We've had a couple changes with the program. We hired a new assistant director. I've got some help now, which is great. And I wanted to introduce him. So, ladies and gentlemen, Assistant Director, Mr. Joshua Lowe.
Good evening, everyone. 4 years ago, I graduated from Wayne Memorial High School. I stood 5 feet 4 inches tall, and I now stand 5 feet 4 inches tall. Some things never change. In high school, I was very active and involved in a number of things. I was a member of the Student Senate, National Honor Society, and the Drumline. I led the marching band and swim team my senior year, and I served as class president. But I never had the opportunity to join Champions. Back in my day, Champions was at its starting point. Some guy by the name of Bill Gray started the program with just 40 students and a handful of mentors. There was no incentive, just a group of individuals dedicated to helping kids improve in school. I didn't know too much other than that, and I never thought to look into it. After high school, I went on to study at Eastern Michigan University, where I majored in secondary education and social studies. Over the years, I have been active at EMU, and it has opened many opportunities and experiences for me. Many of these experiences have been shared with the Wayne community, and that opened up the best opportunity of all. This past summer, my high school principal, Ms. Valerie Orr, contacted me about a possible job opportunity. She thought I would be perfect for a job at the Champions of Wayne. I was honored, but I thought I would have to respectfully decline. After all, I was going to be attending college full-time that semester, and I have not yet earned my degree or certification. But soon after, I received a call from Mr. Gallup. I've been through many interviews in my life, but had yet to go for a big boy job like this. I'll be honest with you, I was sweating. All I could do was stay true to my values and maintain my desire to work with kids and have a positive influence on the youth in my hometown. A day later, I received a call from Mr. Galvin welcoming me back to my alma mater. On my first day back at Wayne, I learned very quickly how popular my partner in crime is, and more so how popular this program is. My first week, I was amazed by the multitude of emails I was receiving from colleagues eager to start their mentorship, and it was incredible to meet so many students who had a story to share about a mentor they admired. The excitement for Wayne was palpable and the culture inviting. The effect this program has on our school is very apparent, and I only wish it were so vibrant back in my day. This program exhibits so much that relates to the real world, and the biggest thing is the importance of a mentorship.
I would also like to thank some of the people who really make this program what it is. We have Jeff Steyer and Richard Helpy here for all their support for the program on the financial end of this program. I'd also like to thank our superintendent and our deputy superintendent, Dr. Paul Slaw and Dr. Greg Barrissey, for their support of this program. And of course, I'd be remiss if I did not thank our staff at Wayne High, the teachers, parapros, secretaries, custodians, everyone who contributes to this program to mentor these students. And so could you please give these people a round of applause. The program got started in 2008 and 2009. And so you've heard Mr. Gelman talk about a few things, and Mr. Lowe as well highlight a few of the growth pieces of the program. But if you were to think back to 2008, 2009, like Josh said, that wasn't that crazy long ago, back in the day, as he put it. But, you know, I think of the iPhone and the apps and all that. That was the year that the iPhone and the app and the Android market all took to pee. There was nothing called an iPad at that point in time. And so, you know, we've watched how the iPhone and the digital age has revolutionized our face of our country in the last couple years and has continued to grow. This program has, well, I'm not going to say it's grown as much as the iPhone and the iPad. It has grown significantly. When it first started off, the program was Mr. Gray and 40 students. The banquet was some sheet cake and some Little Caesars pizza and a big trophy. And that was the nature of the program in 2008, 2009. And here we stand today in 2014. We have 2 significant donors. We have 630 students participated in the program just this semester. 139 students made their goal. We have 135 mentors. We had this movie premiere that went on. And we have, of course, this banquet. And we have a board that governs this whole process and facilitates the growth of this program. And so as we think about what's going to happen in the next 6 years with technology, I anticipate other great things to come for this program as well. And I couldn't be more proud to be a principal of a high school that has such a terrific and unique program. As I talk to other people in other districts, I've yet to find another program that even is remotely similar to the concept of sign up, here's $200, go meet your goal, and then we'll pay you $200. And a lot of students sign up for the program because of the money, and that's obviously why a lot of them are here today, to get that check. And but it is so much more than that. If we talk about 630 students signed up for a program, and only 139 of which meet their goal, someone might flip that around and say we have 491 students who didn't make their goal, which would be true. But to think that making the goal is the only accomplishment, I think we'd be short-sighted in that. Henry David Thoreau once said that what you get by achieving your goal is not as important as what you become by achieving your goal. Just like these students here had to seek out the goal. This isn't a trophy program. Everyone who signs up wins. That's why 630 students signed up, 491 didn't, but 139 did. But all 630 students knew at Wayne Memorial High School or somewhere in the community or the Wayne-Westland community that there was an adult who cared about them, who wanted them to be better than what they were and to push themselves, who wasn't their parent. And I think that if we look back at our own selves and our own high school careers, I think we'd all find that there was some adult in our life outside of our family that took a little extra time with us, a little extra care. And the Champions program is kind of the fuel to start that fire. And the last thing I kind of want to comment on is our students who made this goal. Because like I said, 491 students didn't. These are the 139 students who did make it. And so these are the students who did that. Their goals are hard to make. They're not easy. They are purposely set at a high level. The students have to change their behavior. January 1st just came by, and we probably had a lot of New Year's resolutions in this room. I would venture to say we have more than 491 New Year's resolutions that didn't make it in February. These students set a goal in September, changed their behavior, made changes to how they did school, how they viewed things, and they achieved. And that's what this program is about achievement, not just showing up and getting the reward. So I would like to, one last time, applaud these students and thank you.
we have selected 6, in my opinion, phenomenal stories that I would like to have them share with you all. And our first story is Mr. Michael Becker.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Michael Becker. I am currently in 11th grade at Wayne Memorial. I would like to start by saying I hope you're all having a wonderful time. I don't live too far from where we are tonight. I live in Westland with my dad, stepmom, 2 stepsisters, and girlfriend. Before I enrolled in Champions, I didn't have too much ambition. I was getting poor grades because I was unmotivated and didn't care. I'm not one of those people who have a picture-perfect life. My mom and dad split up when I was 8. After they separated, my mom had to work 2 jobs to support my older sister Anna and I. Mom was always working, she was never at home, so my sister and I took care of each other, but I'm happy where I am today. I joined Champions because it gave me an incentive which made me strive to do better. I'm not just passionate about the money, Champions has helped me become a better person and has improved my life. I chose Mr. Lowe as my champion because when I first met him, we shared some jokes, shook hands, and I realized he was a pretty cool guy. I was able to be successful by staying focused and keeping up with the check-in forms. Seeing Mr. Lowe during lunch helped. He gave me a lot of support. This year my lowest grade was a B, whereas before my lowest grade was a D. My GPA was a 2.2, I now carry a 3.1. Mr. Lowe didn't get mad if I did poorly on a test or something. He would just point out my strong suits and offer encouragement and help. He really has played a major role in where I am academically. The reward money I am receiving tonight I would like to put away for college, but we'll see. After going through a semester of Champions, I actually enjoyed going to school and learning new things. After graduation, I would like to enroll at Ferris State University and get my welding engineering technology degree. After that's accomplished, I would like to pursue my dream as an underwater welder. I will definitely stay in the Champions program with the same champion. I would like to thank everyone who made this possible, Mr. Helpy, Mr. Stiers, Mr. Galvin, Mr. Lowe, all the donors who keep this program running, and lastly, my family. Thank you all for this opportunity. Enjoy your evening.
Hi, my name is Delvin Burr. I'm a current student at Wayne-Westland High School. I started off getting D's in the Easter grade. School was not good for me last year. I had the I don't care attitude. I didn't really start caring until it was too late. Also, at the time, I made a bad decision that I was just going to push off on getting D's to pass. That was the beginning and end for me now. Now I am doing excellent in school. I'm only getting A's, B's, and C's, and my current GPA is a 2.6. I made a tremendous amount of improvement since the 9th grade. I achieved my goal by paying attention in class, focusing a lot more, and started following directions. I changed everything I was doing last year and started actually caring. Looking back at my grades, I realized that I came far. Champions gave me a goal, and it helped me realize that I could do anything I set my mind to. Champions, I would say, the best thing that happened to me. I succeeded to reach my goal, and it gave me something to look forward to at the end of the process. In my future, I would like to be a pro basketball player or a chef. After graduation, I would like to attend Michigan State University to pursue my goal of being a chef. Mrs. Levinson helped me reach my goal as my champion. I wouldn't have done it without her. She encouraged me through the bad and the good. She also encouraged me to try hard and give it my all. For that, I thank her.
My name is Samantha Hefner. I'm a senior at Wayne Memorial. I have gone through a lot during my high school experience. I went to 2 other high schools in the area. I had bad experiences at both. My freshman year grades were terrible. I couldn't do anything to get them up. It seemed like there was nothing I could do. I failed classes, and those I passed, I got D's in. I changed schools, and my grades started to get a little better. However, I was constantly bullied at my new school. I went into a really bad depression and wanted to give up on everything. I missed a lot of schools because I was afraid I was going to get jumped. And I told no one of my troubles. I enrolled at Wayne Memorial this past August. When I started school, I didn't know anyone. I met my champion in the lunchroom. He must have noticed that I didn't know anyone and seemed lost. I'm unsure where to sit. He told me about champions and I was happy to join. We set my goal to pass all my classes, no specific GPA, but just to pass. I am proud to say I had the best semester of my life with an A, a B, and no grade lower than a C. My next goal is to graduate on time with my classmates in the class of 2014. I will have to pass all my classes as well as attend night school. And I will do this by any means necessary. I now have the confidence. Once I graduate, I plan on going to college. Thank you, Mr. Helpy and Mr. Stiers, and everyone else who made this program possible.
To me, there wasn't very detailed record keeping, but I'm pretty sure that we haven't had anybody achieve their champions goal more than 4 times, and our next speaker has done just that. So, ladies and gentlemen, 4-time champion, Miss Audia Seaton.
Hello everyone, my name is Audia Seaton, and I'm in 12th grade at Wayne-Westland. I want to start off with saying how happy I am to be here again. I also want to tell my story of how my grades has changed tremendously since I started the Champions program. Before I started Champions, I didn't really care about my grades. I was more interested in friends and social life. In middle school and 9th grade, I got mostly C's, starting off with a 2.5 GPA. I knew I could do much better. My friend Cameron told me about Champions, a program where you can set a goal and achieve $200, and I said, well, how do I sign up? My goal to help my Champions helped give me the extra push I needed. In 10th grade, I achieved all A's and B's, raising my GPA up to a 3.3. In 11th grade, I achieved a 3.6 GPA. Now I have achieved my Champions goal for the 4th time with a 3.8 GPA, all A's and 1 B. The Champions program has helped improve my grades a lot. This program pushed me to aim for my goals and to keep my grades excellent. I am honored with the privilege to have this program. I also want to give a big thanks to Mr. Galvin. He has made sure my grades are good, and he has made sure I stay in the Champions program no matter what. My mom has also been a big influence on my changing grades. She has made sure my grades were good and rewarded me when they were. She will make sure I do my homework, and she will help guide me to the right path. These people have helped change my grades from C's and D's to almost straight A's. I also want to thank Mr. Helpy and Mr. Stiers for donating the money to the program. Next year, I plan on attending Western Michigan University, and I plan to study medicine. One thing I have learned from the Champions program is to never say you can't do something, because you can do anything you set your mind to. Thank you all for coming and have a wonderful night.
You were in the banquet last winter. You may have heard from this next speaker, or if you came to the movie premiere, you may have heard from this next speaker. What can I say? He's a very good speaker, and he keeps on making his champions goals. So, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Leo Wimbush.
Continuing to do something despite difficulty or delaying achieving success. This is the definition of perseverance. Perseverance can be described in a variety of ways. Falling but continuing to get up while riding your bike. Continuing to swing after striking out. Or in my case, continuing to push towards my goal of graduating on time despite being behind several classes at one point. See, what people don't understand is it's never easy. You know, I think in these past couple of months, the easiest thing I can recall doing is having to get up and give this speech tonight in front of all of you. So hopefully that can give you sort of an idea of how things have been for me. But hey, you know what they say, anything that's worth having is worth working for. Going into the start of this school year, I knew that I had to make a change. I knew I had my work cut out for me. I knew that I would have to break the pattern that I set previously to put myself into this predicament. You know, when you go to school for 12 hours a day, it really doesn't give you too much time to slack off at all. My schedule for this past semester consisted of my 6 hours at Wayne, followed by an additional 7th hour class, after which was followed by an additional night school class, which I had to attend at Tinkham. Yeah, transportation was sort of an issue, but thankfully I had my champion, Miss Rose, to haul me back and forth every day to class. So basically, I wake up around 6, go to school at 6:30, and not get home till around 6 or 7:30 p.m. So everybody's starting to understand why I said this is the easy part. I knew that if I was going to reach my goal of graduating on time, that first semester was going to be critical for me. It was going to be make it or break it, all or nothing. Of course, my goal long term would be to graduate on time. But in working towards that goal, I had to reach my short-term goal. My champion, Miss Rose, was really there for me and really helped me get through the tough stretch on those days where I felt it was almost impossible to reach my goal. My goal for the first semester was to pass 7 classes. But with the help of my champion and the strong support system that I have around me, ultimately I was able to pass 10 classes in 1 semester. By doing this, I accomplished my goal of making up all of my necessary classes and was ultimately reclassified as of last week as a true senior with all of my credits. That was a good feeling. I feel that one of the reasons why I was chosen as one of the students to get up and give a speech tonight is not because I've been this perfect student all throughout high school, this honor roll student or the student who's never gotten in trouble. Trust me, anybody who knows me, Dad, Auntie, Miss Rose, they know my grandma too, they know I've had my fair share of struggles and still do to a certain degree. But no matter what I go through, I try to put my best foot forward and try to remember not to give up. So to everybody out there tonight who's struggling, especially those still in high school, trying to reach a goal, know that no, it's not easy, but yes, it is attainable. So not to give up, because failure is never an option. Nelson Mandela once said that what you're doing, I didn't expect this to happen. But Nelson Mandela, he said, what you're doing, it seems impossible until it's done. Thank you very much.
Our final student speaker has a great story to tell, and her name is Danielle Jones.
Hi, good evening, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Danielle Jones, and I'm very happy and very thankful to be here tonight. I have a story and I would like to share it with you. I was born in Garden City, Michigan on the day of August 7, 1996, born to a 17-year-old mother as her first child, the oldest of 4 girls and 2 young boys. My father started in my life, but eventually alcohol abuse and drugs took a huge toll on the role he played in my life as a father. I moved into Wayne in my 3rd grade year. I come from a large working class family. My mother was a hardworking woman. She worked 12 hours every day to make sure she gave us the best life to her ability. She always put her children first like any loving mother would do. In my eyes, she is the best mother a child could ask for. She is an amazing woman. Life wasn't all that hard, but it wasn't all that good. In the year of 2005, my mother gave birth to a loving baby girl by the name of Patience. She was born on December 6, 2005. On the day of December 20th, 2005, I woke up out of my sleep to hear the cry of my mother and my stepfather. On the day of December 20th, 2005, I'm sorry, you guys, sorry. I ran into the living room to see my 2-week-old sister lying on the floor while my mom was performing CPR. I ran to the phone and called the police to try to save my baby sister's life, but it was too late. Patience went to see Jesus. For middle school, I attended Franklin in Wayne, Michigan. I actually started to try to focus during my 2nd year of middle school, but with everything going on around me, I brought school out. I started to smoke weed before and after school as if it was a hobby, drinking alcohol with older people every other weekend. Living wild never got old to me. I attended 9th grade at Wayne Memorial High School. I was even worse. The drinking, the partying, the smoking, disrespecting my parents, lying, stealing, skipping school continued. I was hanging out with the wrong crowd of people. Around the end of the year going into 10th grade, I was being bullied. There were these boys that used to spread awful rumors about me, throw things at me while I walked home, and call me names to my face. The school psychologist, Mr. Gray, assisted me in joining the Champions program as a 10th grader. However, the bullying never stopped. I had an altercation with some of the boys and got suspended from school for 180 days. I started to go to Inkster High School. When I got to Inkster, I continued to be wild and rebellious. As it came toward the middle of my 11th grade year, I started to go to school more and focus on getting an education for myself. I was 16 years old into the end of my 11th grade year, so under the influence of my destructive life, sadly that I forgot my purpose in life was to influence others. Around 11 p.m. on the day of April 24th, 2013, I experienced what I once thought was the impossible. As fast as you and I can blink our eyes, I was then a victim of attempted murder. An automatic 38 behind the hands of a careless murderer had my life in their hands. I was shot 3 times that night and didn't even shed a tear. Once in my chest, once in my right thigh, and lastly in my left ankle. The fact that I am here today to share my experience with you is a true miracle. When the doctor came into my hospital room and explained to me that out of his 50 years of being a surgeon and 23 years of being a top surgeon, he has never seen such a miraculous outcome in my situation. He told me that with every burn I received, I should be paralyzed, handicapped, or dead. That day I opened my eyes and realized there's a reason I'm here today, and I'm going to do everything in my power to find my true destiny. The Champion program has taught me not to make excuses for myself, to set goals in real life, then do everything in my power to reach the goal no matter how rough the journey becomes. In the end, I have to look myself in the mirror and ask, did I do my best? And with the help of the Champions program, I have been successful this past summer in doing my absolute best. I am now a student at Tinkham High School. I am taking 8 extra classes, including a vocational class, just to graduate on time. I attend school every day from 6:40 a.m. until 6:22 p.m. I've managed to average an A- in every single class. Not only has my experience taught me a lesson, but has also given me courage to believe I can do anything. My goal in this maybe short or possibly long life I look forward to living is to try to my hardest to make my peers, the young children of our community, my family, and as many other people as possible understand that anything can happen today and tomorrow is not promised. My dream is to change people's lives. You have to be able to accept your imperfection, learn from your lessons, guide yourself to the better, and set goals and go get them to be a true champion. I am no better than you, and you are not better than me, but we can come together as a whole and be a stronger unity for a better change. I will never be able to hide my scars, as well as you will never be able to go back in time and erase your mistakes, but they can be motivation. So I, Danielle Jones, am asking you, my peers, if we can start a positive change for ourselves and people around us today. Set a trend to be wiser, personable, more caring and motivated as growing young adults so we can all be champions. I would like to acknowledge my gratitude to my champion, Ms. Fournier. Without her, my success in Champions would not be possible, and I'm very thankful. My counselor, Ms. Moore, my principal, Mr. Schwartz, and my teacher, Mr. Van. I couldn't forgive myself if I didn't specifically thank people like Mr. Helpy and Mr. Stiers. You're changing lives. You're giving young adults like me hope and believing in ourselves. You're giving us something to strive for and focus for and helping us financially. Giving us a head start to set another goal to reach it. You're a perfect example of a true champion yourselves. You gentlemen have truly changed my life, and without you two, I don't think I'd be standing here now, this successful and this motivated to be a champion like the two of you. Thank you, Mr. Helpy. Thank you, Mr. Stiers, for this chance, change, and guidance. Because of people like you, I truly believe I found my destiny, to reach out and touch hearts, change lives, and lead others to greatness just like you. Please don't ever change, for I truly appreciate it. Thank you.
It's kind of a busy week, and on the drive here, I realized I didn't have very much to say. So one of the things I get a chance to speak quite often, and when I hear speakers, I always want to know who is this person speaking to me. So in reverse chronological order, let me say this. The very first thing is I'm very blessed to have a beautiful wife, Lisa Weeks Stiers, who's also a 1984 Wayne Memorial graduate. and is a big reason why we're involved with Champions of Wayne. We've always given a lot back as believers. We believe that's one of our tenets, and it wasn't until Lisa told me that we should look back to where we're from did we get involved in Champions of Wayne. So I would say that. Continuing in reverse chronological order, I'm the CEO and founder of a $52 million talent acquisition firm. I'm a former undefeated professional boxer. I'm a former United States Marine. And if I want you to remember any of this, it's this next line. I'm a 1984 Wayne Memorial graduate with a graduating GPA of 2.3. Thank you. Really graduated like myself. I appreciate that. I grew up at 2030 Freeman Street. If you don't know where that's at, it's a few blocks behind the Wayne Lawn and Garden on Wayne Road. And I say this because I truly don't believe it's where you're from or who you know or what you do that will determine your destiny. I think that, like me, all of us should be very excited about the potential that's in this room tonight for these young people. These stories, I couldn't even begin to go above. So if I'm going to say anything, I guess I'd be remiss if I didn't broach one caution to the young people in the room, and that is this fallacy that exists in our society today called entitlement. The first thing you should know is that entitlement does not exist. You are entitled to nothing. Nothing from your parents, nothing from your school, nothing from your government, nothing from your future employers. And along those lines, you'll be given nothing. And if you find out that somewhere along the way someone gave you something, whether it's an encouraging word or a $200 stipend or your first career break, you should get down on your knees and thank the Lord you believe in, because that is not the norm. What is the norm, and that is not good words, I get that, but what will take heart and what you should be encouraged by is everything you need to be successful, you already possess. It is inside of you. Your goal, your challenge, candidly, is to find out what those challenges are and then bring them to surface. My belief is that success is rather simplistic. The first thing is you need an imagination. An imagination that helps you draw from where you are today, from where you want to be, and where you see yourself years down the road. And then to reverse engineer that to figure out what the steps are necessary to become that person. Imagination is very powerful. The second is hard work. And in today's age of the overnight sensation that doesn't exist, and all these success stories that you hear that seem to come out of nowhere, I will tell you that I have never met a successful person in my life where hard work was not a large part of the equation as to where they got where they are. Hard work, as many call it a curse, I would say is our only salvation. The 139 students today who reached their goal, I would tell you that this is the very beginning. As I came here today, I had to kind of put myself in your spot. And when I was your age, I was an amateur boxer attending Wayne Memorial High School, and I would lay awake at night literally crying because I wanted my goals to come to fruition sooner. And what I would tell you is that inside of you you have everything you absolutely need to be successful. So don't stop believing in yourself.
But I do want to hear from the founding sponsor of the program, Mr. Richard Helton.
I am a 1974 graduate of Wayne Memorial High School, and a short version of my story is that an adult decided that they would teach us how to program computers. They were very large back then. That got me started on a career that let me construct a number of companies that turned out to do pretty well, and let us get involved in philanthropically with my wife Leslie for the past 35 years. And two of our children are here, Grant and Renee, and our beautiful daughter-in-law Kelly. Kelly, who also attended Adams Junior High and Wayne-Westland, or Wayne Memorial High School. Well, small world there. What can I add to this? You've heard about the small beginnings of the Champions program. The core of it has always been about the student and the student achievement. So Michael and Desmond and Samantha, Audia, Leo, Danielle, those are beautiful stories. And I applaud you for your perseverance, for your achievement, for the life lessons that you've learned, and for all of you that have learned, all of you students that have learned how to strive, how to do a little bit better than you thought you could do. And even Principal Weber has a great story I asked him to tell sometime about one of his champions that didn't make it, and then after graduation wrote him. And the takeaway was, I finally get this. I finally get what you were trying to teach me. I didn't make my goal, but I'm letting what I learned in the Champions Program change my life. And so mentors, that's the kind of impact you're having. So for the mentors and the students, I want to let you know, you have a community behind you. The beginning was the energy of Bill Gray, and then Principal Orr, and supported by Superintendent Barrissey. This past September, we had over 1,000 people come out for an event in the city of Wayne. We raised almost $48,000 for Champions of Wayne that night and publicized the program. We had a bona fide acting star in Greg Jabara come back to his alma mater. Greg's a Tony Award winner. He stars on a CBS television program. He's appeared in many movies. Greg came with his time, and he saw the program. He said, I'm in. And every time he gets in touch with me, he says he's all in. So the community is coming behind you. Dr. Salah, the Deputy Superintendent, Westland Mayor William Wild, representatives of our school board, County Commissioner, 2 members of our City Council here, many friends and alums, a good friend David Shelton, Stephanie Urich-Arms, and Jolynn Urich-Steer are here. The professional work that Sean and Josh have done, the energy that Principal Weber is bringing, and one thing he didn't mention, which I think is a real feather in our collective caps, is that for the first time, and I think it's the first time in 12 years, enrollment in Wayne Memorial is increased. And he's getting calls from people that want to come to the school because of the Champions Program. That hasn't happened in the past. We did get a board now, so we are starting to move this program along to its next phase. We have with us board members Carrie Walker, Wayne Memorial graduate, Jim House, a longtime business associate of mine, of course, Jeff Stires, Jolynn Steer, Stephanie Arms, and not with us, Sean Palmerville and Greg Barrissey, although Sean told me that she is going to do a lot of work in committee. And the other member of our board, of course, is the founder, Bill Gray. So you've got a community behind you. You've heard examples about how to succeed. And so what I'd like to talk about today to the students is not only how to succeed, but I thought I'd tell you how to fail. A lot of people tell you how to succeed, and I think you know my formula for that. It's if you choose a goal, and it doesn't matter if you want to be an artist, an athlete, a business person, a poet, a teacher, a parent, a social worker, or a tradesperson. It doesn't matter as long as it's an honorable pursuit and it's your goal. And to achieve that goal, you just need to do 3 things. You need to work hard, you need to look it up yourself, and you need to take care of people. Don't rely on someone else telling you what it is. Go do your own research. Now, there's some easy ways to fail, too, and I thought of 9 of them. And the first one is try to get something for nothing. That never works in the long run, because that means someone else has to do something and get nothing, and they're going to fight you on it. So don't be dependent. Another great way to fail, blame other people. You could have done that, but somebody got in my way. You heard about some of the adversity here. We have hundreds of stories like this. Thirdly, you can cite inequality as why you're not where you want to be. You can worry about what the other person has, but that's no way that's going to improve your life. Instead of looking at someone and saying that other person has more, let's make it equal, somebody else spread it around, why not ask the question, what route did that person take to get there? And again, whatever pursuit they decided to be in. Another way to fail is lack of personal care. There's never been anybody that succeeded on the basis of their ability to ingest drugs, alcohol, harmful food, or nicotine. So abusing yourself is a great way to fail. Fifth way to fail, go for instant gratification. Reaching a goal takes sacrifice, it takes perseverance. It's not going to happen right now. Number 6, wait for the government to do it for you. Has not happened in the history of the world. Will never happen. A 7th way is to cheat. All right, you may see people that are cutting corners, trying something a little different. It might look like they're being successful in the short run, but they ultimately end up being caught and disgraced. They're always looking over their shoulder. Number 8 is to stop learning. The day you stop learning is the day your life's over. There's always new information out there. All right, you talked about the progress of having that cell phone app. The jobs you folks are going to be doing in the future haven't even been invented yet. All right, we don't even know what they are. We can't imagine them any more than we could imagine when we were in high school. There would be a thing called a cell phone, much less a smartphone. And finally, the 9th way to fail for sure is to quit. Winston Churchill said, never, 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 ever quit. If you quit, you lose. If you get back up one more time, you have a chance. Your success is going to be based on a very simple formula. It's the talent that you've been given. We've all been given something. You need to discover what that is. Multiply by your effort. And it's very key, it's a multiplication, because if it's 0 effort, it doesn't matter how talented you are, it still comes out 0. Plus a little bit of luck. You can be the most talented person in the world and work hardest, and the breaks may go against you. That's luck. But I guarantee you, if you take what talent you have and you work and you get a break here or there, you have a much better outcome. So thank you for participating in the program. I'm very proud of all of you. I look forward to passing out 139 checks tonight with my good friend Jeff Stiers, who's been so generous in supporting the program. Thank you very much.
Great futures start right here.